next guest has shared so many amazing moments here at Pickler Ben. He was even one of our guests in our pilot episode.
That's right. We had a little surprise for him that day. Y'all check this out.
Now, how did you go from football to cooking and baking?
Oh my gosh, I grew up in a family full of chefs. My grandmothers were both chefs on either side, and my grandmother used to take me with her to make biscuits every single morning. She was the chef at the local high school. So you should make this actual recipe every single morning.
This is grandma's recipe.
This is grandma's recipe.
Wow.
I don't know
Don't
how
mess
she
it
feels
up.
about
This
me
is the family
sharing it with
secret
everybody.
recipe.
This is the first one. This is the first recipe that she taught all of her grandkids. She had many, many biscuit recipes, but this is one that we started out with. So this is like, you can take this and put it in your southern starter kit and take it back
Yes.
to New York.
Really? It's easy enough.
good.
It's easy. It's
Okay.
foolproof.
Your grandmother made great preserves, right?
Oh, she makes all kinds of peach, apricot. I mean, any kind of thing you want. Plum.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Gosh, I wish you were here.
I know, it'd be really cool if she was here.
Well, you're in luck, Grandma Geraldine.
Please welcome back Food Network star, former NFL player, fitness expert, and beer garden owner, Eddie Jackson.
Yay, we love having you.
That was really funny. The best part about that is that you thought you were like messing with us, like, oh, you got a new car, here's your car. But we actually surprised you.
You guys got me. That was to this day. That's one of the highlights of coming to this show.
What was going through your mind when that happened?
Well, at that particular moment, I hadn't seen my grandmother
Right.
in a while because of just traveling and everything. And, you know, and I was joking, hey, Grandma, come on out.
Yeah.
And I saw something out the corner of my eye. And my grandma has this very, you know, profound walk. You know, she kind of waddles a little bit. And I
goes in,
saw it
yeah.
out the corner of my eye. And I was like, surely that's not my grandmother.
Yeah. By the way, grandmas love it when you say that they waddle.
We're making love.
We're making Ponzu Ceviche today.
Oh.
I thought about
Wow.
you, and you know, every time I come, I try to do something a little bit different.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? This time it's all about you.
Nice.
All right.
Thank you, babe.
Nice.
So what we're gonna do, like I said, we're gonna do a Ponzu Ceviche, right? Ceviche is just basically we're gonna take seafood, we're gonna cook it in an acid. Today we're gonna be using some lemon juice and a little bit of orange juice, and I have a secret flavor bomb, and I'm gonna use ponzu. Ponzu is kind of like similar to soy sauce, but it has a citrus note to it, usually from like yuzu or something like that.
Great.
All right.
This is great for summertime too, because
Great for summertime, great for springtime. This is the actual recipe that's in my cookbook. So my cookbook is about, it's called Taste of the Game. So it's a bunch of recipes that's centered around home gating, like you're watching a football game or a baseball game, basketball game. It's a bunch of recipes that you can do that's for the masses.
Right.
So all the recipes are good for like 10 to 12 people.
Great.
Awesome.
All right? So this is some Gulf shrimp that we have, right? And what you want to do is you want to cut them down into
Now, are
equal
these
sized
cooked?
pieces. No, these are definitely raw. The acid, the lime juice and orange juice is going to cook it.
Right.
All right. So what you want to do is add your liquids. Basically, what we're doing is making a vinaigrette. All right. So we're going to add in our lime juice.
And what inspired this dish?
So I lived in Miami. When I used to play for the Dolphins, I lived in Miami for 10 years.
Right.
And ceviche is everywhere.
Right.
Now in Texas, you don't get a lot of ceviche, but when I was in Miami, ceviche was, I just fell in love with it. So fresh and
That's
vibrant.
a good drag name, Ceviche.
Ceviche?
Yeah.
That's a great one.
So I have the ponzu going in. I'm gonna add in this ketchup, right? Ketchup is just gonna give it a little bit of sweetness.
Right.
All right, because you have a lot of tart things going on inside of it with the lime juice and orange juice. And I'm gonna add a little bit of hot sauce to this,
All
right?
right.
I like to use a
Love me
Mexican
some
style
hot
hot sauce, so like a chulo or Valentino or something like that. All right, and what I wanna do now is just kind of go ahead and just mix this up.
And this actually cooks the shrimp, you said, it put in the acid like this?
Yeah, the acid, you have to let it sit for a while, at least 2 hours, at the very least 2 hours. But of course,
Okay.
if you let it go overnight, it'll taste a lot better. All right, and what I like to do is just get the juice in and let that shrimp kind of go and steep a little bit inside of that and start to actually pick up some of that flavor.
Wonderful.
All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of oil to this, right? You can add canola oil, olive oil, whatever you want. Just a little bit.
Cool.
All
A
right?
little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. And now we get in with the rest of our ingredients. So we got some tomatoes going down.
Taters.
Some, what'd you say, some maters?
Taters.
Some maters. Some maters. I love it. We have some red onion. Another thing that you want to do is make sure that you cut everything as evenly as possible. So if you notice, like the tomatoes and the onions are very equally cut.
Right.
All right. So we'll have
Pretty
some
fine, too,
serranos
right?
as well. So I have some serranos going in. It's going to be a little bit of heat, not too much.
Right.
All
Love
right.
it.
So you're going to take the zest from the juice. You're going to take the orange zest and the lime zest.
A lot of different flavors go into this.
Oh,
Love
trust me,
this.
when you taste this, oh my God. All right, so we have some garlic going in
Love
as
garlic.
well. All right, and what I want to do is add a little bit of pepper. And then lastly, what I'm going to do is add another little secret ingredient. This is
Smells good already.
This is
I love
garlic
it.
salt.
Okay.
Mix it up, all right, get everything infused with the lime juice and orange juice. We're gonna cover this with a plastic wrap. You wanna let this chill for at least 2 hours.
Awesome.
Okay.
I like to do it overnight, And that's when you pick up the most flavor. And so what I like to do is, what I like to top this with is I make an avocado crema.
Nice.
All right? So basically, I know you're not a big fan of avocado, but trust me, you're gonna like this. So we're gonna serve this in a mason jar, right? I like to do it in a mason jar. That way you can make them ahead of time, keep them refrigerated, and it's for a party, so everybody can grab their own portion. And so this is just Mexican crema, some avocado, some scallions, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of lime juice, and you just squeeze that right over top.
Perfect.
I'll put it on the side, Ben. Now go ahead and give that a try and tell me what you think.
Okay.
I know you're gonna love it. This is right up your alley.
Oh my God, that is so good.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Are you sure this shrimp's cooked?
Yes.
You're just in.
Yes.
That is amazing.
That is
man.
really good.
How good is
I love
that?
this.
It's like
Very
30
refreshing,
different
I love
flavors.
it. Yeah. Thank you, Eddie.